Yes, this is it. This is the end. The end. Is it really the end? Whoop. 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 Oh, is NVL like has it always been Akane? Is that the twist? That'd be kind of cool, but I was watching. I had watched everything that was reflected in his eyes. I was listening. Oh my God, it is. Every sound that vibrated in his eardrums I heard. Smell, taste, touch. I felt everything he felt. I know, damn it, that's not what I wanted. I knew. I knew everything about him. What he was thinking, what he was feeling, what he was sensing. All of his feelings and worries and fears became mine. My mind, my consciousness, was inside of him. Through the morphic field set, we were resonant, and we were as one. I was him, and at the same time, I was an observer. It started with a tremendous noise like a clap of thunder. That was approximately 9 hours ago. A bomb had gone off on the ship we were on. That was when my resonance with him began. My resonant event melted into him, and we became one. Inside of Junpei. Somehow I found myself in Junpei's mind. 9 years in the future. I didn't lose myself. I was living in two realities at once. Whoa. One was the present and the other was the future. Perhaps you can think of it as two movies showing on the same screen at the same time. Eventually, it becomes difficult to separate them and determine which movie is which. However, if I concentrated, I was able to focus on one or the other. So that's when she was sick. That was why I was able to grasp what was happening in front of me. Come on over here! That was my brother Aoi. He was yelling. I followed him. Around me were 7 other children. They all looked like they were around my age. Come on, hurry up! We ran down a long, straight hallway and burst into the hospital. Is that Lotus's daughter right there? Everyone was arguing. 2 of the boys got into a fistfight. A girl watching them began to cry. I want to go home, she cried. I want to go home. Another girl slapped the crying girl and glared down at her. It had been 2 hours since the nonary game began. We were starting to fall apart. Just when all hope seems lost, Light started talking. He was blind. 9 years later, we would call him Snake. Hello, everyone. Could you come over here for a moment? He was older than most of us, and his voice had authority and a dignity. The fights died down, and we gathered around him. I have a little sister. She is very important to me. Right now, she is over in Building Q and is desperately trying to send information over to me. Her name is Clover, and today is her 9th birthday. As he spoke, he pulled something from his pocket. In his hand were 9 4-leaf clovers. I was going to give these to her as a birthday present. I was outside picking them when I was abducted. I'm sure I've already told you, but I am blind. For a man who can't see, collecting 9 of a very specific plant is difficult. Wow, damn. My sister means a great deal to me, and I hoped that these would show her how much I cared for her. Since it's her 9th birthday, I thought 9 4-leaf clovers would be appropriate. Every one of you has a brother or a sister in Building Q with Clover. For their sake, we have to survive. We have to get off this ship. Do you understand? If we are going to do that, there are 3 things you have to remember. We need trust and love. We have to have faith in each other. If we can take all 3 of these to heart, then I promise that good luck will come our way. Did you know that the leaves on the 4-leaf clover mean faith, trust, love, and luck? These words are leaf words. So if you believe what I've told you, and you understand that I want you to each have one of these, they're a promise between friends. Nakama, if you will. He gave a clover to each of us. I took one too. Eventually, he was left with only a single 4-leaf clover. He had one last thing to say. I don't ever forget. So long as you have that, we'll always be connected. Do you understand? When he finished, the tension of only a few minutes before was gone. We were calm. Thoughts. After that, we ran around the ship for a while longer and opened several of the numbered doors until we finally found a door with the number 9 on it. In fact, there were 2 doors with 9 on them, and we found them in the chapel. We split into 2 groups and walked through the doors. Before long, we all found ourselves in a room with a ceiling that looked like an upside-down funnel. For some reason, this room had another number 9, but this time it was only 1. If there was only 1 door, that meant only 5 people could escape. What are we gonna do? There aren't any other doors. We began to panic. And as if things had not gotten bad enough already. Warning, warning. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged. Automatic incineration will take place in 19 minutes. Please evacuate the incinerator immediately. Repeat, emergency incineration command has been acknowledged. What? What's happening? What did that thing say? That didn't sound good. My brother always swallowed hard and answered. I think it means this room is gonna burn. Burn? The plaque on the door says incinerator. And that voice said the incineration is about to start, and incinerate means to burn. No. Help me. Abject terror filled the room as everyone began to scream and cry. Every pair of eyes were filled with despair. Then, hope! High up on the wall, a door opened and a man appeared. It was huge, frightening mountain of a man as large as a bear. 9 years later, we would call him 7. Don't worry, kids, I'm not your enemy. I'm one of the good guys. I'm a detective. I'm here to rescue you. The rest happened just like 7 had said it did. The 4 of us who had stayed behind were saved by 7. We crawled through the vent away from the incinerator and slid down into the hall. We came out on the other side of door 9. On the wall up top the door was a set of double doors. Went through those, began to run up the spiral stairs. Okay, but what happened to you? As we ran, I led the way. Behind me were Nona, my brother Always, Snake, and 7. The other children, the ones who'd gone through door 9 before us, were up ahead. I could hear them cheering each other on. We ran and ran and ran. We leapt across as many stairs as we could and kept running. The stairs spiraled upward like a tornado. Eventually, I pulled ahead of the rest. Perhaps Nona had slowed them down. I didn't want to lose them, so I slowed down as well. I didn't stop, but I glanced over my shoulder from time to time to see if they had caught up. That was when I realized, oh no, where is it? Did I drop Jumpy's present? I knew I'd had it with me when we passed through the vent. Then had I dropped it as we slid out? I had to go back. I had, really. But I knew I couldn't tell the others. They would stop me. I was sure of that. I didn't stop to think. I simply moved. I ran to the central hall, the room that connected to all the other areas of the ship. I hated the shadows, and moments later I felt a rush of wind as they ran past me up the staircase. I waited until they were out of sight, and then I ran. I moved as quietly as I could, down and down and down. Finally, I reached the bottom deck. I ran into the hallway and looked around frantically. There it is. It's just where I thought it would be, sitting under the opening of the vent. I ran over and snatched it from the floor. But as I ran back towards the stairs and freedom... Shit. The door to the incinerator opened, and a man stepped out. It was Hongo Gentaro. 9 years later, we would call him Ace. Ah, how wonderful to see you've decided to come back. His smile made my blood run cold. It looked mechanical, as if someone had simply pulled up the corners of his mouth. Come with me, we must continue the experiment. I shook my head, eyes wide. Slowly, I began to walk backwards. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps. I spun around and prepared to run. But Hongo's hand closed over my left wrist. I said, come with me. There was an edge of insanity to his voice now. I pulled as hard as I could. No, stop, let go of me, let go. I shook my body and flailed my arms, trying desperately to get Hongo to let go of me. I was still only a child. I was no match for a man like Hongo. Stop struggling, goddammit, do as I tell you. He heaved on my arm, trying to pull me inside the chair. I screamed, help me, somebody help me. Then suddenly, Akane! The door to the stairs flew open, and my brother, I was started between me and 7 Snake. Akane, the horn, Hongo. Yes, we get back, I cried out, but then, you're too late, idiot. Hongo was full weight against my arm, pulling me both into the incinerator. Ah! The force threw me to the floor. I scrambled to my feet and looked toward the open number 9 door. Hongo stood between it and me, but behind him I could see my brother, his fist clenched, but those fists never reached Hongo. Okay. the cold, heartless screech of metal on metal, the door slammed shut. Longbow glanced at me mechanically, his face registering that there was an object there, but not anything he would consider a human being, then he turned away and walked to the red that sat next to the door. He reached into his pocket and removed 2 bracelets. He waved them both over the scanner panel. 2 asterisks appeared on the red. He checked the screen, then tossed the bracelets carelessly onto the floor. What was he doing? What was the point? He made no effort to explain himself, of course. He didn't think at all and walked past me as though I were nothing more than a rock by the roadslide. A few moments later... What? The 2 other doors slid shut as well. Faintly, I could hear someone pounding on the door behind me. I turned around and ran toward the door with the 9. Akane, are you okay? I could hear a voice from the other side of the door. A worried, frightened voice. Help me. My throat was already raw, but I screamed as loud as I could. My voice echoed lonely around the empty room. What should I do? I think I'm trapped in here. Where's Hongo? He went out the other door. What? And it started again. Morning. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged. Incineration will begin in 18 minutes. Please evacuate the incinerator immediately. Holy shit. Man, I knew what it was going to say, but that is one hell of a creepy voice. I knew it. It's starting. Santa started the incinerator. Fuck, man, I never thought I'd hear that damn voice again after 9 years. What the hell? What in God's name are you talking about? Oh god, she has no idea. It's 9 years this and 9 years that, and when it's not 9 years something, you're talking. And when it's not 9 years, you're talking about some sort of fucking experiment. You're making any sense. Dots. Sorry, Lotus, but we really don't have the time to explain it right now. I promise I'll tell you everything once we get out of here. Incineration will begin in 17 minutes. You know what that means, right? Incinerate means burn. That idiot thinking I know what incinerate means. Well, god damn it. Okay, fine. Won't ask anything else. Talk about whatever you want. You have to do something for me. 7, figure this out. What? Why me? Just shut up and stop saying you're my husband now, okay? How the hell? There has to be some sort of emergency shut off button. There isn't anything like that. How the hell do you know? Because I looked for it 9 years ago. Yeah, Lotus isn't happy about that. Can't really blame her. Well, the floor, it's moving. The fuck? What else can I say about it, but... What the hell is that? Well, what is that? What else could I say? The door opened and a machine rose up out of it. It looked like a computer? At least it kind of did. There was a monitor, a keyboard, and a cross-shaped device of some kind. Something about that machine scared me, but I forced myself to walk up to it. I was terrified. Tears poured down my face. I wiped them off, and as more took their place and forced myself forward. Finally, I reached it. I looked at the screen. It was blank. All I saw was my own frightened face staring back at me in the glass, drenched in tears. All I can see on the screen is a reflection of my own face. I'm looking at damn it! I didn't see, thankfully. I'm sweating like crazy, but it kind of drives home. Okay, Junpei just got down all right. He's gonna be okay. God, man, I wish I didn't have a situation. We'll begin in 15 minutes. All right, back to this thing. If it's only showing up now, it's gotta be important. But what the hell am I supposed to do with it? Hey, move! Guy here, we're all tensely. It doesn't mean we should get people around. It's turned on. There's nothing on the screen though. This is bad. It's really bad. There's nothing on here. Are we supposed to do anything later? Sure, I'll just put buttons. Sure that'll. Well, at least it's on now. What's on the screen though? What's this? What's up? Looks like some sort of puzzle. It's gonna be a bunch of numbers. It's gonna run from like grid. Numbers 3.8. You think if we solve this puzzle, the incinerator will stop? Yeah, well, we can help, right? All right, puzzle. How do you work? Oh man, that got the voice again. Incineration will begin in 13 minutes. Shit, 13 minutes. We really do this? My heart feels like it's gonna pop. Heart was pounding like it was about to explode. I stared at the puzzle on the screen. I was sure I had to solve it somehow, but I had no idea how. Dumpy had been gone for a while. His mind was gone. I couldn't get any more information from him. I felt the seconds tick by as I stared at the screen, completely lost. Ah! My cheeks felt hot. Tears poured around them. I heard a voice. Hey, what are you doing? It was muffled. I turned around. Pressed against the window of the intruder was a face, a frightening, evil face. It was Hongo. How long had he been watching me? I don't know what to do. He was yelling, but his voice was still muffled. It's simple, really, but I suppose I might as well tell you. Just solve the puzzle on that machine. Ha ha ha. His laughter was muffled by the door, but it still tore at my heart like a claws of a vicious monster. I bit my lip and glared at Hongo and struggling to back out tears. You're a terrible person. I hate you. Oh my, how could you call a gentleman such as myself a terrible person? That's not very nice. I'm quite fair. I don't use tricks or play dirty. You see, I've even left you a way out. A way out? Did you hear me? All you have to do is solve that puzzle. Do that, and you can stop the incinerator. What's the point of stopping it? You only capture me and make me do this again. I'm not going to listen to you. If you're just going to throw me back in here, I might as well die now. My goodness, haven't you listened to anything I've said? I've told you I'm a fair man. If you solve the puzzle, the verification of the red will in turn activate. If this experiment is to deliver valid results, there must be a chance of success. If you succeed, you will escape. The verification function of the red, I remembered. Before Hongo left the room, he had scanned 2 bracelets of the red. Ah, so you do remember. Right now, there are 2 numbers in the red. The first is 1 and the second is 3. Say, Kane, what's your number? I looked down at my left hand. The face on my bracelet showed a 5. Ah, so that's why she's connected to Junpei? I ran to the door with a 9 on it. I grabbed the red up with my hand against the scanner panel. Ooh. You really aren't one for listening, are you? My uncle's muffled voice from across the room. I already told you, didn't I? Once you solve the puzzle, the verification function of the red will activate. In other words, if you haven't solved the puzzle, you can't enter your number. What kind of fool are you? Why are you doing this? If you could ever understand, you don't know what it's like to spend every day surrounded by monkeys. Just let the experiment solve the puzzle. I can't, I don't know how. Of course you don't. It's another point. You understand, don't you? Access the morphogenic field and solve the solution. Find it. I can't, then you'll die. You'll burn alive. Ha ha. It's going to be quite hot in there in a few minutes. I imagine it'll be very painful. Ha ha ha. His face disappeared from the window, and I could hear it. His laughter, his evil laughter. Incineration will begin in 10 minutes. I was crying. My gulping sobs broken by hiccups that shook my body. I was terrified. I could feel my fear pressing down on me like a tremendous weight. Somehow, I forced my shaking legs to carry me back to the device. I stared at the monitor. I just can't. There's no way I can't figure this out. What was I gonna do? I didn't know. I didn't even know where to start. Fear scattered my thoughts, and all I could think of was how I was going to die. My palms were sweating, and my blood was boiling in my veins. It was hot. So hot. I couldn't breathe. I felt dizzy. My heart roared in my chest as if it would pound itself to pieces. Oh. No. I reached into my pocket. I wrapped my hand around the thing I'd come back to get. The doll Jumpy had given me. At least I had that. I held it tight with both hands and prayed. Help me, Jumpy. Help me, help me, help me. Jumpy, Jumpy, Jumpy. Please help me. Jumpy. Akane. Akane. What the hell is Akane? Shut the hell up. Seven and Lotus don't understand. And Clover and Snake have an idea, though. Clover's looking at me. I think Snake may have figured it out. No, it doesn't matter. They're in my way. Where'd you go? Maybe over here? Akane. Akane, can you hear me? Akane, say something. Fuck! Something broke our connection. I swear I just heard her. Shit! Akane, answer me. Akane! Jumpy? I spun around. I heard a voice. His voice. I looked around. He wasn't in the room, of course, but I heard it so clearly. Like he was right there. Jumpy! I screamed as loud as I could. Akane! Jumpy! Really? That's her, she's there! And that means... Akane. Akane, are you in the incinerator right now? Yes, I am. How did you know? I couldn't believe he knew that. Now I understand what Santa meant. Right, there's only one way to help her. We were brought here to help my sister to save Akane. I think I get it now. Incineration moment in 7 minutes. Jumpy, we don't have time. As quickly as I could, I told him that I had to solve this puzzle in order to stop the incinerator. Got it. And I do. I get everything now. At last, I finally understand what all of this means. we were all the Wall Rider. I know why the notary game was held today. I know why we were kidnapped and brought here. It was all for this moment. All of this was planned out to lead to this one moment. Oh my god. This is insane. I can't believe it, but there's only one possible answer. June is, 0 is. Wait, what? She recreated the history of the future that she had a glimpse of 9 years ago. What? She tried to save herself that way 9 years ago. No, she's trying to save herself right now. What? That means that there's only one thing for me to do. But, so, Jumpy is 0. Right? Even if this is all some sort of insane plan, I will save her. I will save Justiguy. I must save her no matter what. Consideration will begin in 6 minutes. The voice reminded me of how much time I had left. Jumpy? Yeah, I know. Just hang on, alright? I promise I'll get you out of there. I'm not gonna let you die, I promise. Don't worry, alright? Just give me a few minutes, okay? Okay. My voice shook as I answered. It was hot in the room. I felt like my heart was on fire. 6 minutes or not, my heart burned with my feelings for him. Alright, time to get to work, Junpei. Is Nick talking to them about something? Whatever, it doesn't matter. Get out of my way! Hey, what are you... Just trust me, okay? Sorry, Lotus, I didn't mean to snap, but there's a lot more at stake than your pride. I'll apologize later, alright? Now let's have a look at this thing. We've got numbers over the grid. I think the panels are out of order, so I just need to switch these out. If I'm going to accomplish anything, I just have to try it. Think of what I did those times before. I'm going to do this on my own, with my own mind. I'm going to solve this problem. What? I don't get it, but okay. These don't be timed. These won't be timed. Ooh. I pressed hint. The numbers appeared in empty slots along the grid. They're all single digits. I get the feeling numbers change when I switch out the yellow squares. The square at the bottom. Why does it stay blank when I press hint? Press the button, the numbers appear. Looks like I turn them on and off. Then there is some special meaning to there being 2 modes. What could it mean? At the bottom, the empty spots look like the one on the bottom right. Does that mean they're supposed to match? Maybe I need to make all these numbers of the squares the same. I switch a yellow square, the numbers show up with... It's like the numbers are affected by adjacent squares. For example, when I switched out 3 and 5, the hit number increases. I didn't see that. But the hint adds to the surrounding numbers. It displays... So most of the numbers should be 2 digits, but each digital roots. If they're digital roots, then they'll always end up as 1 digit. Add the numbers, but there are letters here too. Maybe I need to replace the letter. What the fuck? They got the digital. Sorry, they'll just need to make all the digital roots the same. But what? What the fuck are you talking about? Wait, but 1 square doesn't get a hint number. The 9th spot at the bottom. I mean, this was... Maybe a fixed number goes inside the 9th square has a different rule. What number goes there? Nothing is changing. What the fuck is he talking about? Doing so much is getting messy. Maybe I should reset. I'll set everything back to its original. What the fuck is he talking about? Nothing has changed. Oh, wait a second. Everything is in its original. Something lines up in the bottom squares. It looks like it should be a word. Getting too confused. I should reset. What? Wait, what? Ah. that's what switch means. Right? Those are all 7, so... Okay, that was really not clear. Okay, finally. God damn. Okay. Click P and 1 at the bottom. Click 1. Click S and 3. Click W and 5. Click R and... No. I was right, but I was wrong. I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed. Please enter password. The password is password. Wait, what? Wait. Is it... Oh. Fuck off. I don't know what happened. I'm sorry, I'm not smart enough. Yes, that's it! Akane, did you get it? Yes, I did. I solved it. I mean, really, you solved it for me, but I copied everything you did. Now I just have to press enter. What the hell are you waiting for? Push it. Okay, I will. I hit the enter key. Emergency shutdown command has been confirmed. Incineration system has been disabled. So we win. Jumpy, it worked. It worked. The incineration's done. It worked. Tears rolled down my face as I cried out to him, but they were a very different sort of tears. A wonderful feeling of accomplishment and relief flooded my body at the same time. What strength I had left disappeared, and I collapsed before. You need to move, girl. For a while, I just lay there, laughing and crying and enjoying being alive. Every time I thought about him, I thought my heart would burst. Phew, I can't quite believe I did that. I'm so glad. So glad. I feel like my heart's on fire. Did you not? Don't tell me. I don't have time to think about that kind of shit. I need to tell Akane. Akane, sorry, but things are kind of busy over here. I'm gonna have to hang up now, okay? Oh, of course, that's fine. I wiped the tears from my eyes and nodded vigorously, even though I knew he couldn't see me. I looked over the corner of the floor. There were 2 bracelets hung left behind. Dots. Now, well, Seven and Lotus don't look particularly happy with me. Not a very nice look to give someone who just saved your lives, guys. Pay you. Okay. Shut it. Right. Okay, so maybe they have a reason to be pissed off. So I haven't pressed the enter key yet. All right. Nothing holds me back now. Yeah, seriously, dude. Okay. No, don't look. Oh, shh. Incineration will begin in 90 seconds. What? Doesn't sound like it's stopping. What the shit? Why isn't it stopping? Okay, maybe hit the card, just hit it again and again and again. Okay, that's not working either. The alarm's still going off. What the hell's going on? Put all the right numbers in the right box. This is perfect. So why the fuck isn't this thing stopping? Incineration in 60 seconds. Wait, of course. That's what the numbers that showed up after the puzzle mean. Ah. 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8. 8, Clover, me, 7, and Lotus. Then, door 9. No, that's it. This number... It's not even a number. It's hidden, but an exit can be found. Take a way out. Take a door that... Holy shit, of course. We just have to put the right number to the red and... Incineration begin in 30 seconds. Run, otherwise, get to the door. Run. Oh shit. Don't have much time. Any sure if they can trust me, we are fault. Oh, alright, no time to explain. Just go. Quick, verify numbers on the red. Verify? Ooh. A combination. All of us, we all need to verify. Why? Really think you're gonna have this question? Just do it! Hurry. Incineration begin in 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Central gate has been opened. Incineration system has been disabled! Hooray! Wait, but would that not have worked for Akane then? Thank fuck Christ. No, it's time to be happy. It's time to go! Alright, we only have 9 seconds before the door closes. Go, go, go. Come on, guys, move it. Okay, we're all through. Move what you pay. Just in time. This is a trip. And there goes the door. No, don't calm down yet. You're not done. We still gotta find the dead. Shit. Looks like we made it, huh? Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Man, that guy sure can laugh when he wants to. Looks like Clover and Lotus are totally out of energy. I think he's shaking his head wearily. I just want to take a nap, but... Akane, Akane, can you hear me, Akane? I want to tell her we made it. I want to tell her how good I feel, but nothing. You can't open the door. Oh! Never mind. The door opened. Standing in front of it was my brother. Akane! Oh, I cried his name. My voice almost comes to me like... Oh, Aoi! Akane! I buried my face in his chest and cried again. I cried and cried and cried. The steady thump of his heart in my ear made me feel like I was home. Its beat was almost like a lullaby. I wrapped my arms around him as far as they would go and held him as tight as I could. Just to be there felt like a miracle. I hadn't felt the warmth of another human body in what seemed like an eternity. I just wanted to stay there in his arms forever, but I couldn't. The moment I'd passed through the door, my bracelets had begun the countdown to death. I leapt away from him and looked around. The door had already closed. Oh, I spotted the devil and was away. It took me only a moment to get to and scan all the bracelets. I left the ones hung and dropped on the scanner panel. That was it. I took a deep breath and looked again. The huge detective who we'd call 7 and 9 years and Snake, the blind boy, were looking at me. They seemed to have been utterly stunned by my sudden appearance. Their eyes were wide and their mouths hung open. Alright, let's get out of here. If we don't book it, we might run into Hongo again. Ollie was right. It was time to get moving. The motion. Midget Hongo seemed to jar 7 and Snake out of their surprises, and they nodded. We took off running up the spiraling stairs to freedom. Time for more running, but if they can get us out of here, no wonder we're running so hard. My heart's beating so hard I can barely hear. God, I can't wait to breathe real air again. Huh? Is 7 talking? Hey, Junpei, can I ask you something? What's up? That door, the one with the 9 on it. Why'd it open? Yeah, all 5 of us verified our numbers on the red. Digit 26 to be digital root is 8. It shouldn't have opened. It's not like you, Lotus. I thought you would have figured it out already. Huh? Why? Because you were the person who taught me about the idea of bases. Bases? Yeah. What are the 2 numbers in base 2? 0 and 1. How about base 10? That goes from 0 to 9, right? And how about base 16? 0 to F. After 9, it starts at A and goes from all the way there, B, C, D, etc. You're right. In other words, A in base 16 is 10. In base 10, what? B is 11, so on. So what about it? You don't get it? Keep going at that pattern. What if you go way past base 16 all the way to base 27? Base 27? Yeah. Well, the numerical digits are the same, so I guess you'd add alphabetical digits. E is 14, and F is 19, 20, and 22, and... yeah, what comes after that? Dots, dots. Q! Oh. 26! What does that mean? That wasn't a 9 on the door. It was a Q, a fucking lowercase q. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I guess to put it another way, you could say that it was a 9 in base 10, but a Q in base 27. Jesus Christ. God, my thighs are killing me. I swear any moment now I'm gonna tear a muscle. I feel like every single cell of my body is dying for air. Damn, every breath I take is a chore now. I feel like my lungs are gonna burst. Maybe just a short rest. No, can't stop. Don't have time. Come on, legs. There can't be many more of these steps left. Let's run. Run like a bullet down a rifled barrel. Like a tornado cutting through a sea of clouds. I feel like we're running along the back of a giant coiled dragon. Finally. Jesus, I can barely breathe. Don't you pay no time to rest. Pull yourself together. You're almost there. All right, I'm gonna open it. Yeah. Yes. We're finally here. Please do. Sure, you look like a big heavy door. You're the only thing standing between me and my freedom. Even more important, the only thing standing between me and a county. You're gonna open, and you're gonna open now. I'm so confused. I kind of think I get it. It's like felt a hand on my shoulder. It was always. He gave it a small, reassuring squeeze. I was so happy. I felt like I could melt. My heart was at peace. Not only because my brother and I were back together again, thanks to the huge detective, all 9 of us who had been kidnapped. Oh dear. Wait. We're able to escape the gigantic. On this horizon, we can see the faint outline of the ship as it sank. It gave a thunderous roar as it finally slipped beneath the waves. But its last cry echoed across the ocean, and then it was gone. It's over, Howie whispered. Yeah, it was over. It was finally over. Or was it? Was it really? No, that was wrong. That wasn't it at all. I was sure of it. This wasn't the end. It was only the beginning. This was only a prologue. What would happen in 9 years? Wow. It's finally air. God damn, that sun is bright. I can barely see anything. Huh? I gotta admit, that doesn't look quite like... Wait. No way. You've gotta be shitting me. What? It can't be. This is... Oh, they were in Nevada. Building Q. This is the building in the Nevada desert. The mock experiment building. Oh my god, this whole time we were in Building Q. Sure enough, that's a desert out there with mountains all around it. Hello there, son. Boy, am I ever glad to see you. I don't think I have ever been so happy to see a sunrise, huh? Did I just hear something fall? Right, bracelets. Guess I've never really gotten a good look at the underside of one of these. Let's see what's inside you. Just a little electronic chip like an ATM card. That's it. There's nothing else. Nothing that even looks like a detonator. There was never a detonator to begin with. Figures, Akane. Jumpy. Guess I must be pretty crazy about the girl if I think I'm hearing her voice in the wind. Did it crash? No. Okay. Man, this has a killer Japanese task. What? Okay, I have no idea what happened in the last 10 minutes. I mean, I kind of have an idea, but... Studio mouse. Like, what? I mean... Man, I'm just tired. What's up, dude? Well, like, what happened? Did Ace just go off and... Or no, did Santa just go off and kill Ace? I mean... What? I don't remember that. Was that the end or what? Are you okay? What? Aw, come on. This is nothing. Really? Yeah. You don't look okay. It was just before the end of elementary school. Jumpy and I were sitting next to each other on a small hill, looking down at the town as the sun slowly set. How does it look, then? He was half serious and half joking. I thought about it for a minute first. Well, let's see. It looks like you kissed a toad and got warts, but then they just kept growing and growing and... What does that even mean? Junpei grinned and... Ow! 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 See, I told you you're not okay. You're too reckless. You can't beat 5 8th graders, Jumpy. That's crazy. Yeah, but I couldn't just stand there. I mean, don't you think so? I had to do something. Wait, did they find the bunny killer? Look at the Nevada desert go past. For an SUV, this thing has a pretty smooth ride. Sure was nice of someone to leave it for us outside the building. Keys and ignition and gas in the tank. Almost like it was a present, you know? Anyway, we jumped in and now here we are, screaming across the desert. Lotus is over there in the passenger seat. Snake and Seven and I are all squeezed into the back seat here. I still can't believe we let her... No. Woohoo! This is so fun! This is so awesome. Driving is a great way and there's nothing around. There's no speed limit. Hey, Clover, watch those bumps, alright? This car jumps even a little and I think I'm gonna get crushed to death. Hey, shut it. I can't help it if I'm big, alright? Suck it up. Why don't you drive, Seven? I'm a cop. I ain't gonna break the law. He doesn't have an international license. Yeah, but you could have sat in the passenger seat. Oh, hell no. There's no way I'm giving you this seat up. Dots. And Clover, there's no need to slow down. This car Santa and June are in should be so... What? Yeah, I saw some fresh diet tracks going out. There's no doubt about it. We've got to hurry to catch them, don't we? Sure thing. Oh, shit. God damn it, she doesn't have to drive so fast. Man, I didn't even think a car like this could go this fast. We're throwing up a lot of dust. It was a couple hours after we'd run into the junior high students. They'd been hiding in the bushes on the back of one of the hills, drenched in... Oh, fucking God! The moment we saw what they were doing, Jumpy ran up to them, furious. Hey, what the hell are you doing? We jumped on them. They quickly scooped up the little kitten and tossed it to me. I caught it and ran to the police station as fast as I could. Help me, officer, please. You have to come with me. The policeman and I headed back to the hill. Oh, it was Jumpy, sprawled on the ground with a face covered in big swelling lumps. You couldn't run away after you threw the kitty to me? I asked him. He stuck his tongue out through the hole in his mouth where a tooth had fallen out. Yeah, I guess I coulda. Why didn't you? I didn't want to. I wanted to beat him up. Beat him up real good. Because of what they were doing to the kitty? Yeah, that too, but I think they were the ones behind those murders our first semester, remember? Oh, you mean to the bunnies? Yeah, the bunnies. He plucked some trash from the wind and tossed it in the wind. He asked me what elementary school I was from, so I told him. Then they said they'd do the same thing to you they did to the rabbits. I couldn't forgive him for that, so I went wild. Hey, there's still some stuff I don't get. Of course, they probably don't know any more than I do, like Ace. Well, I guess it's Gintaro Honjo. Why did he create the No Entry Project? Anyone? Any ideas? Why don't you ask him yourself? Well, yeah, I guess I could. He's still in the trunk, I assume? Yeah, he is. Still tied up, I'm assuming, with his mouth taped shut. His eyes just look empty. No emotion. He looks like he's just given up. I wonder if he cares what happens to him anymore. Hey, were you listening to us? Yeah, go ahead and try to pretend you weren't, you old bastard. Let's get that tape off your mouth. Come on, I know you were. Answer me. Dude, at least look at me when you talk, man. I only wanted to see the faces. Human faces. I thought if I could gain the ability to access the morphic field set, then perhaps I could see faces. By peering into people's minds, you could understand how they were processing the expressions of others. That's it? Yes, if you want to put it simply. But if you are looking for a more philosophical answer, I can supply that as well. You see the human collective consciousness. I think that's enough out of you, pal. Time for the tape to go back on. Alright, so what's your second question? You said there were some things you didn't get, didn't you? Well, somebody's a little nosy. Well, my next question doesn't really have anything to do with you two. This is for you, Seven. It's about the whole Alice thing. What's the deal with that? Well, see, 9 years ago, after I escaped from the Gigantic, I kept going after Hongo on my own, hoping I'd catch him when he finally slipped up. During the course of my investigations, I learned a lot more about the Gigantic. I also found out about Bourdain and Alice. You're not really answering my question. Was there actually a girl who wouldn't melt at room temperature? Sounds like Hongo has something to say. Alright, fine, I'll let you talk, but you gotta behave. Oh, behave. Alice doesn't exist. 9 years ago, I found Alice's coffin behind the library on the bottom deck. There's nothing in it but the root of a particular plant. My research determined that it was a member of the genus Mandragora of the family Solanaceae. I was able to extract a particular alkaloid from it. I used that to create subcordial. Its creation was a tremendous boon to my firm, and we grew rapidly. Shit, this is gonna go on forever. Tape's gonna go back on, I'll go. Takashi would be so ashamed. The rest of my questions can wait a bit. For now, I think I'll enjoy the ride. Here, this is for you. What's this? This is a For You doll. His name is Junpei. Jumpy pulled something out of his pocket and shoved his arm out toward me, and his hand was a doll made of yarn small enough to fit in his palm. Jumpy, are you sure it's a For You doll? Yeah, the lady at the shop said so. That means it's for you, right? Are you sure it's not a voodoo doll? What? That's... Oh, man. Oh, man. Well, it sure looks like a voodoo doll. I mean, you do know what a voodoo doll is used for, right? Yeah, I guess calling it Junpei isn't a good idea, then. Why are you giving me this anyway? It just seems really sudden. You know how after June we aren't gonna get to see each other too much? I mean, I'm gonna grow up into a man named Seven, apparently, because of my voice. I mean, we're gonna be in different schools, and I just thought I'd, Oh, okay, well, how about we call it June, then? Okay. So I wanted to give you this. You sound like some sort of tribal chief in a bad movie. Yes, I, head of tribe. This doll, traditional charm of tribe. Ha 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 ha. So I give this, it me, so we always together. Oh, Jumpy. If something bad, then hold and pray. I go wherever you are, so here, take. Reached my hand out and picked up the doll gently. Thank you so much, Jumpy. Before I knew it, I was crying, tears streamed down my face, and fell onto June's tiny yarn body. Oh, Jumpy, I'll never forget you. I promise. Junpei looked straight at my eyes and said just 5 words. I love you, Kurashiki Akane. Oh, no, okay. Never forget you either. The sky was a beautiful crimson red as it melted down toward the horizon. The last golden rays of sunlight stretched out across the city and painted themselves across the hills, which were alive with the sound of music, as it were. We sat, bathed in warm evening, just the two of us, leaning gently against one another, shoulder to shoulder. The sun set, and we still didn't leave. We watched in silence as the darkness deepened it one by one. The lights of the town began to flicker on. Dots. Dots again. There's still one thing I don't get. To be honest, it's the biggest mystery as far as I'm concerned, and also the only one that's really important. It has to do with June and Akane. 9 years ago, she died in the incinerator on the Gigantic, but she's still alive now as June. But how? Was it because I tapped into the morphic field set and saved her 9 years ago? Alright, let's say that makes some kind of insane sense. If I did that, then how do I make sense of what Seven remembers? Snake makes sense. He's blind. He couldn't have seen her body anyway, but Seven, he said he was sure he saw it. Does that mean there's some kind of historical discrepancy? Or wait, maybe that's not it at all. There is one other logical explanation. Was what you told me the truth, Seven? You look satisfied. No way. He couldn't. Hey, look over there. There's somebody next to the road, huh? What? What? The burning gaze of Nevada sound pounded down on her head. The desert around her rippled with heat. Standing out there on that shimmering plain was a woman, her arm out and her thumb up. It would not be long before Junpei realized who she was. What? His end. Don't forget your towel. Says the achievement up there. What? Sixth. So is that really it? I guess it has to be, right? What? Oh god, are we on a fucking New Game Plus? Okay, you know what? Whatever. Yes, title screen. Uh, what's this? What the fuck? Take a way out. The door, carry the mine. What? What? Okay, I thought it might be like something for the next one. I guess that's it then. All right. That was 9 hours, persons indoors. A little confusing at the end, I guess, but okay. Um, it was good. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't know what I was expecting. I'm glad I finally played it. Maybe I'll understand more when we get to. I think the next one is Virtue's Last Reward or something. Yeah. I don't know. I guess. Fuck math. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna end on. Fuck math. Anyway, farewell, citizens. Whoop. Yep. Until next time, this is gonna have to be farewell.